because it's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. There we go. Sliding.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 47, 47. Here we go, 46, 46.
Second down, Prescott. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Prescott to throw this time. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Let's go. That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none. They don't want none of this.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
There we go, sliding. Got it. 26.
Now Prescott. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. 26. 26.
Now Prescott. A screen to Bell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. 41's the will. 26.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now Bell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Wide 80. Switch and 8. Here we go, 46. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Wide 8. Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get out. Here we go. 46. Start that over here. Start that. 26.
Here's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. 82 is mine. I got 82. 82 is mine.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Detroit!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Hey, 47. 41's the will. 26. 26.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. There we go. Wide 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go. 47. 47. 26.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Wide 8. Gun, gun, gun. Forty-one's the will. 26.
Prescott now on second down. This is Bell on the dump off. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, wide 8. 26, 26.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, here we go. Wide eight.
Hey, let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here.
Here we go. 46. 26. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Strong right. Strong right.
Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go. 46. 46.
Hey, hey, hey.
Under. 26.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Goes underneath for Bell. Give him 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
26.
Prescott now. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. Hey, here we go. Wide eight.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Ray. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Here we go. Wide eight.
1st down, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Hey, here we go. Wide eight. Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Prescott now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Switch it, hey.
Prescott yet again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
46. 26. Let's go, get that. Let's go, get out,
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Off the toss, Cohen. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Motion!
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Start there, over here. Start there. Here we go. Wide 80. Here we go, 46.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here we go. Wide 80. 26.
The give is to Bell. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Check motion!
41's the will.
57 the right!
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he's going to go up top over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Wide, ain't it? Here we go. 47, 47. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Here we go. Wide, ain't it?
Final play of the half. Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he's got room. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. Here we go, 46. 26.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go, 46, 46. Gun. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Tim Williams in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Here we go.
Prescott to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Cohen. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd down, here's an option right. Again, it's Cohen. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
4 down, 4 down. Here we go, 46. 46.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Cohen on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Graves. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
On 2nd down, Jackson. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And his first carry, he loses the football. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 180. Hey. 46.
2nd down, Prescott. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Good.
Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And the Steelers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Everyone, wide eight. Gun. Banjo.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go.
Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go, 46.
Prescott. That's complete. It's Bell. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, 46.
To the air again, Prescott. On the crossing route, complete. That's Ray. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46.
And again, it's Prescott. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the red zone now, Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Wide eight. 26.
A give to Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Wide eight. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's first and 10 at the 16-yard line. This is Cohen. Able to power through, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up second and 13. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. Back to throw. A screen to Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Here we go. Wide eight.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
We're going right there. We're going right there. Here we go, 47. 26.
He's back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies.